Hi, this is Tim Byrne almost live at Mont-Tremblant, Quebec.
Yeah.
My wife hates me.
Big fuck you. Not fun.
I took them down some icy moguls. They're not very happy with me today. Sanj. How are you, Sanjo? I have no idea what your company name is, Sanj. But I know you snowboard. That's why I decided to do this out here. Hi, Sanjo. All right, here we go, Sanj. Come on, James. Just gotta go slow, James. All right, James. Gotta go slow. You can hear that ice, eh? So, Sanj, you were at PM Expo, and I asked you to come on the show. After a long time of saying no, you said no to me all last year. You finally opened up your own company. And then you said you'd come on the show, which I was really excited about. But I can't film and do this at the same time. So listen, Sanjo, whatever your company name is, I'm sure it's going to do great because you're willing to take that risk and just go for it. Entrepreneurialism is really wickedly hard. Thanks for coming on the show. I'm Tim Byrne. This is Tim Byrne Almost Live. Check out my Go to PM Expo from 2018. It's almost 2019. Happy New Year. Hang tight to the end of the show. You can find me then. And I promise to talk more about Sanj's. By then, I'll be at these crappy moguls. And I'll be able to tell you what Sanj's company name is. Enjoy the show. Hi, it's Tim Byrne Almost Live. That was Goat Vision. Goat Rama, Goat Fantastic. We're down here at PM Expo. I got to move my mic around here. I've known you for about 10 years.
That is correct.
Maybe 15.
Yeah, who's counting time?
No, actually, I think it might be closer to 15. It was way before my son died, and that was 8.5 years ago, my friend.
Yeah, it's got to be.
So it's got to be 10, 12. 12?
I came in in 2001. I mean, it's got to be in that 2004 range, 2005
yes,
12 range. 12. Yeah.
14 years.
14 years.
Okay, you started with?
I started with a smaller fire and life safety protection company. Got my license.
What was the name of the company?
Profire.
Are they still around?
They're still around. Yeah, actually, brother-in-law's company. Done well. Got me started in the industry. I was a kid just traveling.
Sorry. You said brother-in-law's company.
Yeah.
Your brother-in-law's company?
Yeah.
And you still get along?
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Like you still see each other at family dinners and...
Married to my sister, whatnot. And I just made a decision that I wanted to go do something different. I wasn't going to be part of his business. So
I only wish my family still loved me after we all broke apart. That is awesome.
Yeah, well, you're a different character, too.
I totally love that you guys can work in the same industry apart.
Yeah, absolutely. It's so actually we've done some deals and stuff together.
You have?
Yeah.
You work together?
Yeah. There's some opportunities and things like that. But at the end
so where'd you go next?
And then I went to Vipont.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's where I met you.
Yeah, that's where you met me. That's when I really started to dive into my career in the fire and life safety industry.
I remember you telling me years ago that you wanted to go on your own.
Yeah.
Dreamed, the big dream. Yeah. And you hesitated for a long time.
Yeah.
You've gone on your own now.
Yeah.
How do I pronounce that?
Ignis Building Solutions.
What's it stand for? IGN. I assume
Ignis means fire in Latin.
Does it really?
Yeah,
okay.
And it looked good on a cord and marketable.
I like that. Fire in Latin.
That's my roots are, right? From the fire industry,
I like that a lot. Okay, so you spent a long time telling me how excited you were, nervous and scared to go on your own.
Yeah.
Before we go to the moment when you did it.
Yeah.
What was stopping you from doing it on your own?
Probably the unknown.
What unknown? What unknowns though? What?
You know what? Is it? Am I going to make a go of it? What are the challenges? What are the pitfalls? All kinds of stuff. You always hear through corporate now the grass isn't greener. Different stuff like that. Just a hesitation. But, you know, it was something I've always wanted to do. So, you know, that's...
Were you worried about your family? Were you worried about not making
Yeah,
enough money?
timing was issue. Money I wasn't so much concerned about in that sense.
Because you already had a kid, a mortgage.
Yeah. So I wanted to do it. I wanted to do it about 6-7 years ago. But at that same time, when I was single, I also made a decision that I wanted to become a family man and get married, have kids, and that all happened very quickly.
And Vipon was good to you.
And Vipon was great to me. Yeah, I was able to spread my wings there, do a lot of stuff. I had a lot of flexibility.
So were you worried you were going to fail? If you weren't worried about the money, which, by the way, that would have been my first go-to. So let's say the money's off the table.
Yeah.
Were you worried you were going to fail? Look stupid? Come on.
Not look stupid. Not worried to fail. Is it... You know, I was told by a family member that I don't have that cunningness or that conniving or that backbone to be a business owner. And I'm understanding that a lot more now, being on business, what that means. But yeah.
Because everybody watching right now, and the people that will watch over the next month when we re-release this as a recorded thing on a Wednesday night, a lot of guys want to know about how to get into business and the jump you make and that fear you have.
Yeah.
Anthony Vinzi's talked to me about it.
Yeah.
Because he made, in the last 7 years, made that jump.
Yeah.
And it wasn't money for you. So it was self-esteem? You were just worried that you...
Yeah, it was a confidence issue. It was a self-esteem issue in the sense of, you know, sometimes you think you want to have everything lined up perfectly.
Right, and nothing ever gets
absolutely
lined
nothing.
up perfectly.
If I could just say, all you have to do is jump in with 2 feet and go for it. Like, you know, and then see where it...
How long have you been doing it for now?
I've been in business for the last 1.5 years.
Okay, so the day you put in your resignation to Vipon,
yeah.
Were you sweating? Were your armpits all sweating?
No, I was excited.
Not because you were quitting, but because you were leaving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that? Like, were you scared?
The transition for the first 6 months, I did have, what did I do? Do I go back?
Did you go home to your wife and go, okay, so I've quit my job?
Yeah.
Was it one of those? Like, was it one of those surreal moments at home?
Actually, for me, a lot of people were saying, you know, that's a big deal. That's
It's a huge deal.
Outside of me looking, to me, it didn't seem that big of a deal.
Oh, stop. You spent 7 years getting there.
I understand that, but once it was done and I was, okay, it's here now,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, it's time to go. Like, it's time to start moving, making calls, making it happen. So looking it back through the eyes of people saying it's a big deal, it is a big deal. Be honest with you, I know it's a big deal. It took me 7 years. It took me 7 years to actually put it and do it.
Did your wife tell you to do it?
She actually encouraged me quite a bit to do it and say it. She never had stopped me to do it because she knew I talked about it for a long time, and she was fully supportive of it. So, yeah, no, it was good.
All right, 1.5 years later, I could sit there and tell you a bunch of predictions. You tell me, are you happy?
I'm happier. Yeah, I am definitely.
Did you make more money or less money your first year?
Be honest with you.
Forget about your books. I'm talking about your actual what you got out of the company. Did you make more or less?
You know what? Bills are being paid. I'm probably right on track. Really don't know where that is. Right now it's about just creating some structure, getting cash flow, putting people to work.
I'm not an accounting guy, so I have no idea what I make, nor do I really pay attention to it.
No.
I know my first year in business, I didn't make anything.
Yeah.
Nor did I care.
Yeah.
But I know I didn't make anything.
Yeah, I've got some money in the bank that's accumulated. The bills are being paid. I'm not running in lines of credit, so I'm good.
Are your clients the same property manager, same?
Yeah, absolutely. Same industry.
Same industry?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, property managers. Actually, a lot more so with the property managers and property operations managers again. Because I've, going from that big corporate company having, a lot of resources, I was removed from the site level. Now being back on the site level and working with them.
Does it bum you out you don't have resources now?
In some ways it does.
Right?
I created alliances, yeah, I wouldn't lie. It kind of wake up, it sucks. I wish I had, someone to take care of this right this minute. But reality is I got to look after it right now.
So you're a cheap bottle washer, cook.
Yeah, everything.
The whole 9 yards, right?
Everything.
So do you find you're working yourself more hours now or less?
I'm finding my mind is going quite a bit. I'm working a lot more in a different way. Yeah, I am definitely working a lot more.
How's your sleep?
Sucks.
Did it suck before?
No.
Are you true?
I mean, honestly, true. I slept like a baby when I was in Vipond and days in and out. And yeah, I'm not sleeping as well right now.
I sleep terrible.
Yeah.
And by the way, once this starts, it never goes away.
Oh, okay.
It becomes a habit. Your body now just is triggered. It has nothing to do with your stress level. You literally your body just learns to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yep.
And
go. Yep. Absolutely.
My wife wakes up beside me, and I'm typing email.
Yeah.
At 3:30 in the morning on my phone, and she's like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "I forgot this when I went to bed,
Yeah.
and my day won't allow me to do it, so I need to get it done now."
Now. Yeah.
And literally, then she'll look over, and I'll pass back out at 4:35 in the morning because I sleep the best between 5 and 6.
Right.
5 and 6:30. I'm naturally awake somewhere in there, but my heaviest sleep is right down at that.
Yeah.
That even if it's a half an hour. But between 2:33 till 5, I'm wide awake.
Wide awake.
And it never stops.
Yeah, I find myself just running down the base, flipping on the computer when I'm wide awake. And you just don't have that time in the
Have you
day.
had a problem getting suppliers?
No.
No.
Working on terms with suppliers back and forth with some of the big boys has been challenging.
Okay.
You know, let me explain to you.
Do they make you pay cash or cash?
No.
Not cash, but they make
These
you
are
write
the
checks.
things. I'm an opportunist. I've got opportunities and work for people. Even the bigger manufacturers,
Right.
they've got work for me.
Yeah.
You know, I'm learning in business that it doesn't matter how small or big you are. So they've got 90-day term payments for
Yeah.
when they want to pay me. But I've got jobs for them and work, and I've got a 30-day with them to float it. I'm like, guys, that's good.
Are any of your suppliers doing COD with you?
No.
So in the glass industry, because we order a lot of custom stuff,
Yeah.
I mean really custom, like you never see it again stuff. Guys like Ignora out of Collingwood,
Yeah.
everything is COD.
Oh, no way.
Oh yeah, and Govern Brown and PCL and all those guys are doing 60, 90, 120.
Yeah. So you understand, right? And do
this is
your end
30 years-
users
30
understand that?
No.
And have it, right?
No, they don't care.
Right. And how do we work with them to deliver and get that efficiency going? Like, we can't carry. You got to pay either way. So we've got to work with it if you're getting a deal or something.
We in the last 5 years, I really clamped down on it.
Yeah.
Because you got suppliers who are making custom things. We're getting more and more demanding about now.
Right.
And now Ignora asks for deposits. By the way, I don't begrudge them.
No.
I wish I was being paid same day.
Me too. Absolutely. I wish I was too.
So, but we tell PCL now, and we tell all of them that we're getting a deposit because everybody wants their money now. There's no more 2012 where you get to have 120-day terms. Nobody wants to do it anymore.
And you know, my entrepreneurial world of owners like yourselves and people have really given me a lot of insight. On that side, I feel blessed that I've got phone calls that I can make to say, okay, how to get to this situation, I'm on this, which is important through this business process. Because to be honest with you, and some days people say, are you having fun? I know my part to get the work done.
Have you my microphone just went.
Yeah.
Have you fired a customer before yet?
Yeah. I'm about to do one right now. Yeah.
Awful for you?
No, not really. It's
a
just
little awful. Come on, bullshit.
Yeah, it sucks because we can really help them, but they're just not on the same understanding of what they do, right? They're asking for...
I think I've fired 2 customers in my 30-year career.
Yeah.
And everyone is... I've sweated bullets over making the decision to let somebody... to not work for somebody.
Yeah.
Basically, you're resigning from your job.
Yeah.
You're not happy with your employer.
Yeah.
By the way, which I believe is very noble, and I'd rather see employees be responsible for themselves, and when they're not happy, quit.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you're not happy, you're quitting.
Oh, there's so many guys that talk about, I'm going to quit when I get a package and this and this. And I said, you're just dying on the vine. If you got to go, you got to go. Don't wait for a company to
Well,
exit.
true, right? I think if you're not happy...
Yeah, just make a change. Who's not going to respect that? Right?
I tell my staff all the time, you're not happy, leave.
Make a change. Do something.
Do something. Be responsible for that change, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're about to fire somebody.
Yeah, in the sense, not completely. We're going to support them and help them, but they need to also be part of doing some of this to get it done. So, Yeah.
Have you had somebody not pay you?
Waiting a little long.
Have you had somebody renege or go bankrupt or?
Not yet.
You wait.
Yeah.
That's coming.
Yeah. These things are probably coming.
Have you taken a paycheck? A normal T4 paycheck? No.
No, sir. I don't know what that is.
These are all. It's funny too, right? Because these are all the things you come when you work for somebody. You become, getting a car allowance check every month, or getting a paycheck, or.
Yeah.
Have you taken a holiday?
Actually did. This summer we went 2 weeks to England. It was pre-planned. Karen's best friend
How
was
the hell
getting
did you afford 2 weeks off? Not the cost of the 2 Sorry, not the price of the flights. The time.
You know what?
Didn't you find yourself panicking?
No, it was early. It was only 6 months in to the business and ramping up. Now I'm getting extremely busy, but I'm also taking on what I can get done and manageable where it's at, right?
I, today, don't like to take 1 week off. I do 4-day weeks, 4-day weekends before I took a week because I want to be around every single week.
Yeah.
So I take Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Yeah.
But I'm not taking Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Nice.
Because that panic makes me panic if I take the 5 days.
Right.
I'd even go Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. But to take a week off would give me personal anxiety.
Right.
And not because my staff aren't fantastic. Because once you fall behind in your own personal ownership duties.
Oh yeah.
It's so brutal to get back up. You think you work 60, 70 hours a week now.
Yeah.
You fall behind.
Yeah.
And now you're like, okay.
It's like the analogy when you work out, right? It's easier to stay working out than getting back in the gym, right?
I use that all the time with my sales staff. All the time. I tell them all the time. And you're right. So I'd rather you work out every day I tell them I'd rather you do sales for an hour every day, cold call for an hour every day, rather than miss 3 days and do it for 4 hours.
Yeah, you won't pick up the phone the next day.
Because you burn yourself out. A rush causes a delay causes a rush.
Right.
It's that whole analogy. So when I take a whole week off to delay all my work for a week,
right.
All I am is wickedly under pressure the week when I get back.
Nice.
And I'm dying, right? You're just dying when you get home, right? Like you're home from vacation, you're actually in the airport or you're
yeah.
Okay. What no. Your mind starts, and I find myself. My wife will say, "Do you want to go away for a week?" No, but if you want to go to, Jamaica for 4 days,
or Bahamas,
I'm in, and we can do it every 3 weeks.
I'm in a little different situation right now, having a young family too.
Yeah, you got young kids. My kids are all grown up.
Right, 6 and 5, 6 and 4, and But I will tell you this: I haven't worked this hard in my whole career while I'm getting things going than I have, especially with a young family. Wife working still with retail kind of hours. She's in the car business, working sometimes a 3 to 9 shift or weekends. So I'm on all the time with the business and that. So taking a week off, kids have 2 weeks. Fortunately, I was invested a lot in real estate and stuff when I was younger. I took my T4 from a corporate job and utilize it, leverage it, invested in real estate and stuff like that. Built up some equity and stuff from that. That's helped us. But I do take a week off now because the kids go to school for 2 weeks and they get 2 weeks during March break. So it's important for me.
Life balance is
absolutely.
Life balance is hugely important, and your kids. And I lost my son 8 years ago.
Absolutely.
But I would tell you that you need to don't give up any of those.
No.
Don't give up any of that time. Don't give up coaching a soccer team or going to the hockey rink.
Can't afford to.
Don't give up all that.
Yeah.
I don't care if you bring your laptop wherever you go, but you don't give up any of that. Do you have staff yet?
I'm using a lot of subcontractors right now. I'm in negotiations with a couple of guys to bring in. One of the things I have decided to do is have employee-owned company part of it. Because the guys that I'm going to be bringing on are guys I've worked for 20 years with.
So you're going to let them own B-class shares or A-class shares? So you're going to open up like an LLP?
Yeah, I don't know how the corporate structure is going to look just yet. I'm working it out with my accountant and tax side to plan out what's
So I like that idea, by the way, and I've had this conversation with my team because I'd like to make it, I believe it's called, and somebody can correct me when they see this, I believe it's called an LLP, which is a limited liability partnership.
Right.
And I believe that, there's a guy that I want to call. I had one conversation with about it. I want to have a second one. Doug Flynn from Flynn Curtain Wall.
Yeah, they converted their company into it. I read that on
Yeah, and he spent a long time making it just right so he could bring in and out senior partners, like a law firm, and be able to have them buy shares and sell shares.
That's exactly what I
gain
wanted.
equity, and it also gains bank capital to grow the business because these people bring in their assets to be leveraged against, right?
Right, absolutely.
It's kind of like what who was the guys that owned Blue Mountain for a long time?
Interwest
did, right? With all the real estate deals, they brought in everybody with little tiny equity and picked at your private equity to buy condos so they could develop the land.
Right.
Because they had everybody sign up. So it's the same idea, except you're giving people an opportunity to create for our U.S. listeners, a 401k or their RSP through your ownership of your company, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's great that you're thinking about that already.
Yeah, I am. Yeah. I mean, I'm a planner in the sense of I can see where it's going.
I want to know every step of that. I'm sure there's a bunch of guys, because succession plans are hard, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because you got to figure out where you're going to be in 25 years.
Yeah.
And ironically, your accountant looks at you and goes, wow, you're super smart. Because I've done this now.
Hopefully I'm golfing 4 days a week.
I've done this for 25 years, and I'm only thinking about my succession planning now when I should have. I mean, my accountant looked at me and said, you should have started doing this from day one. But most guys go into business in survival mode.
Yeah.
To make it tomorrow. You know, it's a wonderful life, and you're running around with $1 in your hand going, I survived the day.
Yeah.
Right? Where you're going into it with, I'm going to survive.
There's no question about that.
How do I get out when I don't want to do it anymore? Which is a big, different position to take.
Right. Yeah.
It's a really intellectually mature decision to take that, rather than I just want to make it till Friday.
I rather maintain it, have it going, instead of having to reinvent the wheel and going back and cleaning it up and doing it. Because that could get really messy down the road.
Yes. Thank you. That's exactly, I know that mess, right?
And if I can avoid, I'm going to have unforeseen bullshit happen anyways, right? And I'd rather have the time for that than having to re-go do what I could have already cleaned up in the first place.
So this is your first trade show here?
It's my first trade show.
As your company?
Yeah, as my company registered.
Latin Fire.
Yeah, I
like Latin Fire.
That's good, man.
I like Latin Fire. That sounds sexy almost. Latin Fire.
Yeah.
Is it? And you've done those. I know you've done these trade shows with Vipon and other companies. So, is it different being here on your own than being with a corporation?
It is. It's because I'm coming down in a different purpose, different attitude, right? Not that I'm not looking to serve the customer and client. I have something different to offer. It's renewed my thought process. Come on, we've been doing the show for 20 years, right? Plus.
Yeah.
So, although they always talk about the shows having to reinvent themselves, obviously, first time doing a live interview or a podcast at a show,
totally.
Right?
And
it's a new product.
You know how hard it was to convince you to even come on the show?
Yes.
And now I got Cheryl Gray, and I got Steve Eichelson was on last night.
But I wanted to pick the spot, I wanted to be. I'm like, why not? I get to be right here and pick it.
Are you worried about the economy over the next 2 years? Do you see a recession coming? GM just closed down in Oshawa, Ontario. GMC just lost 3,000 jobs. Our ex-government, Kathleen Wynne, kind of flipped us upside down and spent a lot of money. By the way, I don't think any politician's great, so I just pick her because of the gas plants that really annoyed me.
Yeah.
But do you see the economy slowing down over 2019, 2020?
I believe it's going to slow down. I don't have any hard facts, but I'm getting a gut feeling as where we've had this run and the political shift that's going on in the world, the way politics is being handled and business is being done, from everything happening in the U.S. to Canada with all the trade stuff. But one thing that is encouraging, why I question that, is our immigration seems to be very high with people coming in. And I don't know the stats, but I think we're getting a lot of immigration coming in with money that's being able to afford it.
That sounds really bad, but I actually agree with you. I think that we should be only allowing immigration with money.
Yeah.
I know it sounds bad. I apologize for all the rest of the world, but I would rather bring people in here who have the resources and the skill.
Well, it's got to be a balance, and because you're going to have to house, if people come in with no money, it's just going to put more pressure on everything else we got to do to support it. So if
The infrastructure to support the poverty.
Right, to get it. And I get it, countries have done a lot of immigration there for workforce, and like what Germany did and let 1 million. But look at the backlash they got. Like, look at
They're having a problem now with that, right?
Look at the problem
million and a half people,
right.
they're having a problem.
You can't just let it open. So
England's left. Or
pardon?
England's in the middle of leaving because they want to have their own immigration policy.
Absolutely. So on that side of it, I think we're going to be okay. But I can see some slowdown coming.
I think the Toronto market is resilient.
Yeah, we're in big
Places that are boom or bust, like Calgary, oil.
Yeah, that's very volatile there.
Really volatile. Some of the the Winnipegs, who are a big transportation hub because of oil. There's a whole. Saying that, I agree with you on the immigration side.
Yeah.
I also agree things like, and I don't think people see this. I think the automotive industry's now that it's GM closing. GM should have closed in 2008 when they collapsed.
Before we gave them all that money, or
who
gave it to them?
When the government gave them $5 billion, and now it just ended.
Yeah,
right? It was like, okay, the money's over. We're going home.
Do you get that offered to you in private business?
No, I say this all the time. I say, why didn't I get $5 billion?
Yeah.
But I think that I think the auto industry is one of the like the music industry, like Uber, even like TV with podcasting, and kids don't buy cable anymore.
Right.
I think the auto industry doesn't realize that if Elon Musk got his way, you're not going to need any more parts.
Right.
There are no more brake pads. There are electromagnetic brakes. There's no more engines.
No, there isn't.
There's no more muffler and exhaust systems. There's no more carbon in the atmosphere. I think the automotive industry is ready for a shake-up anyway. I think GM sees it.
Yeah. And they're just getting ahead of the curve. They got money.
Well, by the way, I think they also know that there's a really good chance that there will not be another payout.
Yeah.
So they see the economy slowing, and they're like, okay, shut down a few plants here, a few plants there, and get rid of the loosey-goosey shits.
Right.
Because I think it's coming, and I think if we went back to the government and said, listen, can we have another $5 bill?
Yeah.
I think somebody's going to go, no.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you also saw Bombardier, right? On one of their lines too. So
right.
It's a trend, right? They weren't going to get another bailout for that.
There's an old saying that when you open up in a boom, you go bust, and when you open up in a bust, you boom.
Yeah.
You're walking into it brand new. I would say that because when you go into a bust and you're fighting, you have a chance of surviving better than my companies that are old.
Right.
Because a lot of my staff have never seen a recession.
Right.
I've been talking to them about it for the last 6 months. A year ago, I started saying, okay, guys, 2019, 2020.
Yeah.
Because a lot of my senior management staff wanted to buy infrastructure.
Right.
They wanted to buy bigger equipment, bigger suction cups, bigger booms and cranes. I'm like, chill out. Let's rent. Let's hold off. I'm like, why? We're going. I'm like,
yeah.
Because I don't want to have all this capital equipment hanging around sitting in a yard.
Right. Absolutely.
But they haven't seen it before.
No.
So for you, not only are you a senior, but because you're going into your business for the first time, you go in tight purse strings.
Right.
Do you get it? Because your company is an infant and it's never seen a boom.
No.
Your company hasn't. So you go in tight.
Right.
Where that's why GM and Ford and all those guys had, other than Ford, GM and Chrysler went in having a problem because they went in very
heavy.
We're rich.
Yeah,
right?
we're rich.
We can do whatever we want. We'll make it. We've made other recessions. But you're going to go into it and you're going to be nice and strong because you already have that tight feeling. I warn my guys all the time. It's coming.
Yeah.
Hold off. Wait.
It's funny you mentioned 2020 or bang on. There was a book I read 2010 by Garth, Canadian economist, years ago. He talks about 2020 being a recession. I forgot the last name of him, but yeah.
I think the next 80 years, and we won't be around, but I think the next 80 years for the planet is going to be if Steve Hawkins, before he passed away, had anything to say about it, the planet only had 80 years left till a major catastrophe.
We'll be gone by then. Our kids will.
Or hopefully we save it.
Or we save it.
Right?
Yeah, that's it.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Can you tell me what your email address is?
My email is Sanj, SANJ.Patel, Patel, at Ignis, IGNIS, Inc., INC.ca.
Latin Fire.
Hey, Latin Fire.
I like Latin Fire. I think Latin Fire sounds hot.
Yeah, no, there's all kinds of exciting things going on and stuff, and I really appreciate you having me on and doing. And
how's the trade show been for you?
It's been good. I just actually made a special point to come see you first and get this off my.
Who's running your booth?
No, I don't have a booth. I'm just walking the show. Actually,
really?
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. Just walking the show.
Well, then you keep walking. This is
Yeah.
Tim Byrne almost live. We're at PM Expo Metropolitan Toronto Convention Center. Kevin the Goat's here. Sanj, you're going to have a booth next year,
Yeah, absolutely.
right? You can't do it?
Can't do it.
A little Latin fire. Do you have a cell phone number?
Yeah, 416-230-9155.
Folks, Sanj is an old friend, and if you have some work or you have a chance, I want you to do me a favor right now. Give me a shout today. Actually, you're at the show. Give me a shout next week, and reach out if you want a really humble guy who's going to be honest and truthful, and just a morally. You have a great moral compass,
Thank you.
and I think anybody would say that about you in the industry. Your moral compass is always in line, and that brings value to a client. And by the way, I don't think clients actually appreciate that until they're in it.
Yeah.
And then when they're with people that have a good, strong moral compass, then they go, wow, it's not all what the dollars and cents don't really matter if the moral compass is a bit messed
Right.
up, right? Cheating,
Absolutely.
faking it, right? Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, man.
Again.
Tim, it was a pleasure.
Hi. Hey, we're back at Tremblant again. I still don't know Sanj's company's name. Hope you enjoyed the show. PM Expo was really great this year for us. We brought a goat, and Byrne On Demand and Stadia, the management team of both those companies, was really good to me, and let me bring the goat, because they thought the goat was a bit of a mess. Oh, what am I doing right now? I'm snowboarding, that's right. Sanj, you did a great job. I know you were scared about the podcast. Right from the beginning, even when you were in Vipon, I asked you, come on, you were like, no. And then you went your own, I said no. And I got it. Anybody listens to the first 6-minute thing I ever did on the show, it sounded a bit kooky. Talked about my divorce and life and just crappy stuff in general. I was to get everybody's attention. It kind of scared people away. Well, I'll tell you now, with almost 10,000 people watching the show, it's been kind of exciting. And I get lots of calls to go on, and if you got a company and you want to go on, you should give me a shout. It's really easy to do it. I'll ask you a whole pile of questions, giggle a lot. Danny, the editor, will chop it all up and make it sound real pretty. I am Tim Byrne. This is Tim Byrne Almost Live. I am your Wednesday night drive home. Happy New Year. Happy 2019. And remember, you want to be a hero. You want to be a success. Just like Sanj. Stick your head up above the foxhole. Take care. Good night, boys.